This is some story. This elderly will be cared for by robots. And it was written by Lucy Johnston, who's a reporter with the Sunday Express. And the story goes like this. Robots which can listen, learn and react to people are being introduced in care homes to help look after residents and to prevent loneliness. The humanoid companions, which are equipped with artificial intelligence, will be able to recognise the needs and emotions of frail elderly residents. They will take the strain off of overburdened care workers, and as they get to know their charges, they will adapt to their conversations. Right? A £2.5 million funded trial in partnership with the University of Bedfordshire and Advinia Healthcare, one of the UK's largest care providers, will be launched in September. Dr. Chris Papadopoulos is the principal lecturer in health at the University of Bedfordshire, and he said these robots can adapt, learn and tailor their conversations according to what they find out about an individual, just like two people would do in a normal conversation. They can learn about a person's cultural background and values and adjust to this too. He said the software is groundbreaking. We want to explore to what extent they might prevent loneliness and isolation, improve mental health and reduce family caregiver stress. This idea has appalled a lot of people, including Judy Downey of the Relatives and Residents Association charity. Judy Downey said, this is treating people like commodities. The key to looking after someone is having a relationship in which you might notice if someone is upset after a phone call or if they look unwell. What matters is the smile, is the human touch. The robots are 4 feet tall. They're called Pepper and were designed by SoftBank Robotics in Japan. And the artificial intelligence is called Caresses. The robots have a tablet on their chests which residents can use to Skype call people, play games, videos or music, or remind them when to take their medication. Now, this is being reported in the Sunday Express today as if it's new news. It isn't new. The BBC reported on this last year. The BBC sent a camera crew to visit Bill. Now, Bill is an 83-year-old gentleman whose wife died in 2010. And I'm not going to play you all of this because it's very long, but Bill spoke very eloquently and very poignantly about how difficult it is when your best friend, your soulmate, your life partner dies and you have to cope without her, right? So they sent a robot to him, one of these Peppers. So you'll hear Bill speaking with the robot, then you'll hear Dr. Joe Saunders. And Dr. Joe Saunders is involved in the trial, right? So you'll hear Bill speaking with Pepper, and then you'll hear the doctor. Have a listen, let me know what you think.
Hello, Pepper.
Hello.
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 Oh dear.
We could do this forever.
I know we could.
The elderly population is growing. It's a real problem. And there's not enough young people to actually support that elderly population. So there's this demographic time bomb.
Do you want to dance with me?
What dance?
Oh, okay. I'll dance alone.
No. What the?
The robot is dancing around now to the song Greased Lightning in front of Bill. It's ridiculous. I will post a link to the clip later.
Bill's taking to her, so I think there's potential. If we could get them to talk properly with us, then it could be a great companion for people.
What else do you do?
The robot can appear in many ways to be empathic and be helpful. And it could well be they could form a relationship with an empathic robot. But of course the robot doesn't form any relationship with them because it's just a machine.
Yes, the robot doesn't form any relationship with them. Isn't this absolutely disgusting, isn't it? And I was thinking this morning, and there's no virtue signalling here, is that how we see old people now? Do we see old people as fucking Egypts that we can humiliate by getting them to talk to a machine. Kill me now, I would say. Kill me now. You have to see this to believe it. The humiliation for somebody who's worked all their lives, who's contributed all their lives, to be told a clunky looking, ridiculous looking robot is going to dance around in front of you, play music, and is going to have inane conversations, never forming a relationship with you. Is that really how we see old people? Is that what we want to do to senior citizens who are on their own? And he mentioned in the report there, you know, people coming through and funding and all of that. That's what it's all about. That's what it comes down to. You are considered a useless eater when you are no longer getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and going out into the system, into the heart of the matrix, and doing what you're told to do, which is work yourself to the bone, pay shitloads of what you earn in taxes, and barely hang on for 50 years. And when you're not doing that, you are a useless eater. You're nothing. You're a non-entity. So we can send robots to old people to humiliate them and make them feel stupid, and that's a way of replacing care, vital care that they need in their homes, instead of training people to properly care for people, to pay them properly, to supervise them. Crazy story. It really is. The implications of it are absolutely terrifying.